Good Tuesday!
Yep. And welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Today it is Q&A day.
Today's
where you ask all your questions and we give you all of our answers.
Speaking of, some people have difficulty finding the form. So what we can do is just say, if you have any questions for us, drop them in the comments.
Oh, okay. We're doing it like that?
Well, we're going to answer the questions we have here. And we're going to answer some questions we get live.
All right.
Just because you ask a question doesn't mean we're going to answer it. But we're going to answer the ones that we feel will be the most beneficial for the most amount of people. Fair?
Fair.
Glad we all agree.
Fair.
Great.
Okay.
So let's get straight to it. Our first question is from
Chris Hostler from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I feel like I've been there, and I was just having like a thought. I'm like, what did I go there for? So, Chris, if you're here, what's in Harrisburg? I actually think, or maybe I've seen it somewhere, but I think I've been there, and I wonder why.
Chris. Learn how to read Sarit's mind is what she's saying.
Take me back through my lifetime. Okay. Is it normal or common to feel nausea when first starting to eat healthy? If yes, how long it takes to feel normal? If no, ...
If no, what the fuck is wrong? Is that what you mean? That's a great question.
I mean, I gotta be honest with you. It's been a while since I started eating healthy consistently, so I don't fully remember. But as far as I remember, I felt okay. I didn't feel nauseous at all.
One thing that I can say is that everybody's body is different.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that might help is if anybody who's watching this can maybe chime in on their own experience, if you've ever experienced that. I think that it would be beneficial for us to know how you went about starting to eat healthy, because that might have something to do with it. Did you stop eating? Are you severely restricted in your calories? I know that when I'm super hungry, what's it called when like you get like actual stomach aches? When you need a certain amount of nutrients.
Starving?
No. I don't know. But I know that when I get super, super hungry, my stomach hurts sometimes to the point like where I feel nauseous. So maybe you're restricted. I'm not sure. If not, I would like to know what kind of foods you're eating.
Yeah, and also I'd like to know where you were, like from, just a nutrition standpoint to where you are. Feeling nauseous can be a predicament to a couple of things. Let's say if you used to eat a very highly processed carb diet where like you're always giving your body, those insulin spikes after every meal, and then you're either restricting carbs by all means, or, you are manipulating your carb intake in a more drastic format that's very, very different than it used to be, then it totally makes sense that you may feel this way. So, I would like to know a couple more pieces of data, like what did a day in the life eating wise look like for you before you started doing what you were doing? What does it look like right now? And, define eating healthy, because truthfully, like this is something that we hear all the time. I, like, for example, like I eat healthy, why am I not losing weight? Or
And then when we dig in, we find out what you've been told is healthy is not necessarily healthy.
Yeah. So I think, it'd be great to have a little bit more pieces of data in order to help you. However, if you're manipulating carbs to any degree, or you're perhaps restricting yourself, it may make sense why you may feel this way. And I would truly recommend, you probably made a pretty drastic shift, and that's not a nice feeling. It could be even a little bit scary. I'm not sure what are you currently doing, but I would love it if you can get in touch with somebody on our team, so that you can just give them a little bit more data, so that we can see where are you at, where do you want to go, and what do we need to do in order to get you to your goals. So hope that helps. Congrats to you for taking charge of your health, because ultimately that's what matters most. We just want to make sure that you're following a sustainable route, and you're not having a bad experience doing it, because your body's sending you signals. And obviously, if it's sending you signals like that, then that's no fun.
Yeah, there's some people who chimed in here too, saying your body's going to adjust. Anytime you do something new, your body has a period of adjustment where it might do some funky things, but you can't take it at face value. You have to be consistent with what it is that you're doing. And if it persists, that's when I would then look into hey, maybe this isn't the right thing. Hey, maybe I need to adjust something or do something else. But, we are adaptable creatures. So if you're used to eating a certain amount of food and then you cut back, even if it's not an unhealthy cut back on food, if it's still healthy, it's still, a good amount of fuel to keep your body going and feel good, you still have cut back, and your body has to now readapt to what this new thing is that you're doing. So, I would give it some time, and if it persists, then look in a little bit further. But a lot of people, especially when they start eating veggies, will get really bloated because your body's not used to eating them. After a little while, it will level out. It will even out. You'll readapt to your new environment. Yeah. All right. We have a question from Tracy Serino.
Is it Serino or Carino?
I don't know. I said it with confidence, and then you questioned me.
Sure. Illinois. Whatever you say it with confidence. Xendurance question. Why is taking protein and Fuel 5 together, pre or post workout, better than taken separately? Saw it on Xendurance video, but they didn't explain why. Thanks. That's a really good question, because I would also say it depends.
It is a great question. But no, why is taking the Fuel 5 and protein together better than taking it separately?
From a recovery standpoint.
First, we have to define better. Better for what? Better for what purpose? Now, here's the manilio with the Fuel 5. Is that the Fuel 5 is a carbohydrate supplement. If your goal is weight loss, Sarit and I would not recommend, unless under unusual circumstances, that you take, if somebody has a type 1 diabetes, that you take a Fuel 5 if your goal is weight loss.
Right.
But that's because, not that it's bad, not because it's carbs, but if you eat your carbs rather than drink them, then you typically will feel more satiated and full. So we just, our recommendation is that somebody eats their carbs and not drinks them if their goal is fat loss. But when you are the sugar from the carb, now you think about Fuel 5. Fuel 5 is like apple and sweet potato. If you were to eat some of an apple, eat some of a sweet potato.
Make sure you eat it raw.
Raw. Okay? It tastes way better than.
And take a video of it, tag us.
You get the quick fuel energy from the apple, but then you get more of a sustainable energy from the sweet potato because it takes longer to break down. Now, the apple part, because it's already broken down more and your body can readily use it as energy or glucose, then it's going to help pull the protein in to be absorbed. That's why they say to take them together, is because it helps with the absorption of the protein. That doesn't mean that your body will not absorb the protein. It's just more of an optimal level.
And when, you know, when Xendurance started in order to increase performance. That's why so many elite level athletes use the products. For somebody who is an elite performer, performance is their number one objective, which means that recovering from their lifting session, their sprint, whatever they just did, is the most important thing. Now, for most of you guys, the increased performance is secondary, where weight loss is the top priority. With increased weight loss, and that's for most of you guys, because you guys are at different paths in your journey. But, you know, when you come to us because you want to lose weight. Okay? You don't come to us because, you know, you want to PR your deadlift, or, you know, you're training for the Olympics. At least not yet. So, you know, like, let's say for somebody, for one of the Xendurance athletes who are currently, you know, in the Olympics, yeah, like after a workout, they'll want to.
Did anybody watch Maddie Rogers do Olympic weightlifting? Heard it was on yesterday, and I want to watch it.
Oh, nice.
She probably tore it up.
But, you know, like for her, right after a session, I guarantee you, she takes a scoop of protein and a scoop of Fuel 5. She does not.
No doubt.
She, like, the only reason why she may care about her weight is at that given point in time, obviously because there's a weight class. But after she weighs in for her weight class, all she cares about is her performance. How much can I lift? And in order to do that, we're focusing on how quickly can I recover. So, you know, it all depends.
It all depends.
It all depends.
I think I saw
That's it
a question
for questions,
up here.
right?
Okay. We have a question here, I think. Is it normal to gain weight? Stephanie Mosley.
Why does that name sound familiar? Stephanie, are you from 10X?
I think it might be her. Let's read this. Okay, our faces are covered for a second. Is it normal to gain weight after a gallbladder removal? I used to be so tiny and could eat without gaining a pound. Had my gallbladder removed 3 years ago and gained a ton of weight. I work 2 jobs, single mother, also hard to work out consistently and eat healthy.
Well,
okay.
Do you want to take that first? Or do you want me to take it?
You know, you can probably speak more into the gallbladder situation. But the other thing that I see is
3 years ago?
Work 2 jobs, single mom, which means you're probably stressed AF, probably not relaxing or recovering much, hard to work out and eat healthy consistently, which means there's probably some of this, which is going to smash your metabolism and kind of mess up you hormonally, which can be recovered, by the way. So don't lose hope. But there has to be some consistency involved. And then I would say there also needs to be some de-stressing. And once you can get those under control, then I would say, like, let's see what happens. But you might be able to.
Yeah, I mean, for one, that's a great question. And thank you for asking this. And the truth is that, you know, like, there is so much that goes into this. So I'm seeing, you know, basically 2 scenarios. Number one is you had your gallbladder removed. You know, from a nutritional standpoint, what this may mean. You know, scenario number 2 is what else is going on and how long has this been going for? Okay, so you had your gallbladder removed. Okay, so your gallbladder, the function of the gallbladder is to secrete what we call bile. Bile helps with the breakdown of fats. So for anybody who's had their gallbladder removed, obviously from a nutritional standpoint, is you were probably told to keep your fat intake low. However, that is one...
Before they had it removed or after?
After, because you're going to have a harder time breaking down fat and it's probably going to feel really uncomfortable. Okay. However, that is one small element to, you know, like the full spectrum of nutrition. And we also have to understand that, you know, like when it comes to manipulating your body, there is so...
Are you going to draw?
Yeah. And when it comes to manipulating your body, there is so much that goes into transforming your body that's more than just nutrition, right? So it's like we have this holistic pyramid. And one pillar is, hold on, just bear with me one moment.
Let's do this the right way.
Ooh.
Let's do this the right way. Shall we?
So we have this pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
NNRM. Okay. So nutrition, N stands for nutrition. That's one of the pillars. Okay. And reducing fat intake or keeping your fat intake lower, because you're going to have a hard time breaking it down if your gallbladder was removed, is one small element to the nutrition piece is lower fat.
Okay, why don't you draw here and make it really special for them? What did you have? Movement, nutrition?
Here. And then M in the middle.
Okay, Sarit's class.
Yay!
Class time with Sarit.
All right, so from the nutrition standpoint, one small piece to the entire pie, okay, is going to be the fact that you will want to have a diet that's lower in fat. However, there's a lot more that we need to consider other than just that. Lower in fat is just one piece to the nutritional pie. Okay, so now nutrition is one element. Okay, other things that we have to take into consideration is regeneration. Like, so when we're talking about regeneration, we're talking about sleep, we're talking about stress management, we're talking about hydration, that sort of thing. Okay, basically, how are you taking care of your central nervous system so that it's able to operate at, you know, a higher performance? And then movement. You know, like what sort of exercise are you doing? What frequency, at what frequency are you doing it? You know, that sort of thing. And then all of that collectively together is in a pillar of mindset, which basically dictates all things lifestyle. Because, you know, a habit created here, a habit created here, a habit created here. These are 3 lifestyle habits. Okay, so what we do over time, right, is we teach you to incorporate the different habits in every single element that's going to help you to achieve your goals.
And then you end up with a bunch of sunshines.
Exactly.
At the top of a mountain.
You know, so true. So what I would recommend, who was it who asked this question? Mosley, I remember your last name was Mosley.
These are birds. This is how you
was
draw.
Was it Melissa Mosley?
This is how you draw birds when you're a kid.
For one, I don't remember seeing your name before, so if this is your first time being live on the show, welcome. Super grateful to have you here. I think that it would be great if we can learn more about you and your goals, because we can definitely help. You know, the reality is that we want to know, like, where do you want to go? Because for every person, considering your current life scenarios, considering your goal, considering your preferences, right? Like the prescription is going to look different, you know, but we have to take all these things into account. And also we have to take it one day at a time, one step at a time, because at any given day, you only have a certain threshold. And the reason why this is important to acknowledge, because you can know all of the things that you have to do, but if you haven't figured out the steps in order to, okay, like, what do I need to do in order to follow through with that? Then you're just going to have it be sitting on your refrigerator and you're not going to be doing anything with it. Okay. So, what should she do? Email admin?
For what?
Just for more information so that we know about her goals.
Yeah, you can email admin at erinandsarit.com.
Email admin at erinandsarit.com.
Off the topic, what am I drinking? I don't know who asked this question because it just says Facebook user. This is called Fit Aid. It's like a...
Nice work, Fran.
Did you not see that I just had that there?
Well, I was in the middle of explaining and I can only do one thing at a time.
This is like vitamins, something. I don't drink it for the vitamins. I drink it because it's like fun to drink and it's relatively healthy and it's fun. It's a recovery, supposed to be a recovery drink. So that's to answer that question.
Yeah.
We're actually out of questions. So
you guys, you need to send us more questions next week and we will answer that. Okay. But that being said, that does it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, if this added value to you, then you already know the dealio. Being a part of the ENS Army, just go ahead and pay it forward by sharing it with one person who will find value from today's conversation or from seeing this beautiful pyramid drawing, whatever it is that you want to call it. You guys, we're on a mission to transform the lives of millions through the same movement, nutrition, lifestyle, and financial habits that have transformed ours. And you guys are a part of it, the ENS Army. If this is your very first time, welcome. If this is your 100th time or more, welcome back. You guys, let's show it up. Let's blow it up. We hope that you have a beautiful day, and we will catch you tomorrow for a Wealth Wednesday conversation. Bye.
Bye.